Okay, so hi. Today I wanted to talk about my views on gun regulations and why I don't think that American citizens should have guns. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, it's a constitutional right, but the thing is, the Constitution says that people have the right to bear arms. And I think that's completely fine. Like, I think you should be able to have knives if you want. You can have a fucking spear or something if you want, but just not guns. And the thing about guns is that a lot of people say guns don't kill people, people kill people with guns. And yeah, they do. Guns just don't start firing randomly, even though some people who kill people claim that. But the thing with guns is that it allows someone to kill people with a lot more ease. It's a lot easier to kill someone with a gun than to strangle them or to stab them, and that's really morbid to say, but it's true. It's just the thing with guns, I think it was a thing that people could try. I think it was kind of like an experiment, and we as America have failed. Like, you need to have a lot of responsibility when having guns, and most people completely just not reject it, but they just completely ignore the responsibility they have. If you give someone a gun, if you say, here's an example. Say you want something, or you want to get revenge on someone, or even not get revenge, but you get into, say, a bar fight or something like that, and you have a gun. It makes it a lot easier to hurt someone or get what you want using that gun. You can just say, oh, if you don't give me this, I'm gonna kill you, or maybe you lose sense for a while and you just fire and kill someone. That's the thing with guns. You're enabling someone to fire, and a lot of people, even though a lot of people may even be in their right minds and they may be like, I'm never going to use this to kill someone, sometimes it just takes a moment, like they just snap, or they get too drunk, or they get high or something like that, and just completely get out of it and just start shooting and killing people. And I believe it was Mississippi or Missouri, it was a southern state, they said that you didn't have to have background checks to be able to get guns, and basically what that means is that you could be like a freaking terrorist and get a gun because they're not going to do a background check, and so that allows more people to get guns. And you want to know what happened in that state? Gun violence rose, I believe it was 6%, but maybe it was 16%. I'm pretty sure it was 6%. While the rest of the country decreased, like the gun violence in the rest of the country decreased by 2%. Why? Because the rest of the country had gun regulations. They had further gun regulations. And I think we should just completely get rid of guns. Now, obviously, it's that whole protection kind of thing. But the thing is, if you get rid of guns, and people are not going to come into your house with guns. They may come in with a knife, but like I said, that's a lot easier to defend yourself, and it's a lot harder to kill someone with a knife or with a bat or something like that. And I just think that guns cause violence. It's kind of like buying a clothing article, like, oh, I don't really know if I like this or not, I kind of like it, I'm just gonna buy it in case I like it, and then you end up wearing it every single day. That's kind of like a very 16-year-old white girl kind of analogy to make with guns, but I honestly think that's kind of what it's like. You're just enabling and kind of taunting a person with a gun, saying like, oh, you can do whatever you want now, and it gives way too much power to the common person. Especially, there's just so many examples of gun violence that have shown that most Americans are not responsible enough to own guns. They're just not. That's why there's so much gang violence, that's where there's a lot murders. Most robberies happen with guns, because it's a lot easier to kill people with guns, and that's my biggest problem. You're giving a person power, and I just don't think a person should have that much power. I don't think a person should have the power to decide if they can kill a person or not with a gun, because it's, like I said, it's so much easier. And another thing, it's really expensive to buy guns. It's really expensive to make guns too, so I think that if we just cut the budget and cut all that stuff out, America could save money, because our economy is really shitty as is. So that's just my views on it. And it was just kind of all over the place and really random, but I just wanted to make it. And so I hope you enjoyed this video and you kind of learned something out of it. And these are just my opinions. So yeah, peace. Bye.